Built in 1918, the Grand Hotel Ciudad de Mexico stands as a breathtaking tribute to Art Nouveau elegance. Designed by Jacques Gruber, its stained glass ceiling glows like a jewel above the grand atrium, capturing the spirit of an era when architecture wasn't just built, it was crafted to inspire awe for generations. Completed in 1925, the Art Deco doors of Chicago's C.D. Peacock jewelry store shimmer with geometric grace and gilded detail. Each line and curve tells a story of the Roaring '20s, a time when luxury met modern design, and even a doorway felt like an invitation into elegance and possibility. Completed in 1890, the Arcade in Cleveland stands as one of America's first indoor shopping centers, a cathedral of glass and iron. Its soaring skylight and ornate balconies still echo with the footsteps of over a century of visitors, proving that true craftsmanship never fades with time. Rising above New York since the 1930s, the RCA Victor Building's crown gleams with bold Art Deco detail, a fusion of modern ambition and sculpted elegance. Its sleek lines and metallic motifs captured the spirit of an age racing toward the future, where even stone and steel seem to sing with progress. Grand Central Station in 1929 was more than a terminal. It was a temple of movement. Beneath its celestial ceiling, crowds hurried beneath golden light and marble arches, embodying the optimism of a booming era. Every echo of footsteps carried the rhythm of a city that never stopped dreaming. Standing proudly over Old Quebec, the Château Frontenac rises like a castle from a fairy tale. Built in the late 19th century, its copper roofs and turrets glow against the skyline, a symbol of romance, luxury, and the timeless charm of Canada's grand railway age. Built in 1905 for the Lewis and Clark Exposition, Portland's Forestry Building was hailed as the world's largest log cabin. Towering timbers framed its vast halls, celebrating the spirit of the Pacific Northwest. Though it burned down in 1964, its memory endures, a monument to nature, ambition, and craftsmanship lost to time. Completed in 1895, the Winter Garden of the Biltmore Estate in Asheville glows beneath a soaring glass dome. Sunlight spills over marble floors and tropical plants, blending nature with opulence. It's a serene masterpiece of the Gilded Age, where wealth, art, and architecture came together to create living beauty. Built between 1927 and 1934, the Roman pool at Hearst Castle shimmers like liquid gold and sapphire. Inspired by ancient Roman baths, its blue mosaic tiles and golden accents reflect a world of luxury and legend, a place where history, art, and indulgence flow together in timeless perfection. The Niagara Mohawk Building in Syracuse stands as a glowing beacon of Art Deco brilliance. Completed in 1932, its stainless steel facade and radiant central figure celebrated the dawn of electricity and modern power. Even today, it captures the optimism of an era that believed light itself could shape the future. From 1881 to 1959, a lone brownstone stood at 215 East 68th Street, a quiet survivor amid New York's rise of steel and glass. Its brick facade and carved details whispered of another age, when craftsmanship met character, standing resilient as the city around it transformed beyond recognition. The Bellevue Stratford Hotel in Philadelphia rose in 1904 as the Grande Dame of Broad Street. With its French Renaissance facade and opulent ballrooms, it embodied the height of Gilded Age luxury. Every marble column and crystal chandelier reflected an era when elegance was the true measure of prestige. Before its destruction in 1907, San Francisco's Cliff House stood like a castle above the Pacific, its turrets and balconies watching over crashing waves. It was a marvel of Victorian design and seaside glamour, a place where elegance met the edge of the world, now preserved only in memory and photographs. Opened in 1922, Grauman's Egyptian Theater transported Hollywood audiences into a world of ancient wonder. Its ornate columns and golden murals echoed the mystique of pharaohs and film alike. Though gutted in 1998, its 2023 restoration rekindled that magic, a tribute to cinema's golden beginnings and timeless allure. Pembroke Mansion on Long Island once stood as a symbol of Gilded Age grandeur, an English-style estate surrounded by sweeping gardens and marble terraces. Built for elegance and excess, it captured a fleeting era when America's wealthiest turned architecture into pure poetry. Funded in 1857 by philanthropist George Peabody, the George Peabody Library in Baltimore stands as a monument to knowledge and generosity. Its towering shelves, gilded balconies, and marble floors form a cathedral of learning, a place where one man's success became a lasting gift to the curious minds of generations. Built between 1923 and 1925, Chicago's Tribune Tower rises as a Gothic tribute to journalism's golden age. Its soaring spires and carved stone details mirror the ambition of a city and a newspaper determined to touch the sky. Each brick tells a story of truth, power, and the art of communication carved in stone. Completed in 1933, Philadelphia's 30th Street Station stands as a masterpiece of neoclassical design. Its towering columns and grand hall echo with the journeys of millions, blending strength and grace. More than a train station, it remains a temple to motion, memory, and the enduring beauty of American architecture. The old Cincinnati Public Library was a marvel of Victorian design. Vast iron staircases, towering shelves, and sunlight streaming through a glass ceiling. Built in the late 19th century, it was a sanctuary for imagination and learning. Though demolished in 1955, its haunting beauty still lives on in photographs and memory. Once arching gracefully over the Genesee River, Rochester's Main Street Bridge was a marvel of 19th century engineering. A bridge lined with shops and life itself. Demolished in the 1960s, it remains a bittersweet symbol of progress, when beauty was often sacrificed in the name of modernization. Born from resilience, the Humboldt Savings Bank building rose from the ashes of the 1906 San Francisco earthquake. Rebuilt in 1908, its granite, marble, and terracotta facade stood as a testament to strength and renewal, a masterpiece of craftsmanship that turned disaster into enduring architectural triumph. By the 1960s, the once glorious 1915 Palace of Fine Arts in San Francisco stood in haunting decay. Crumbling columns and weathered domes whispered of its past grandeur, a fading echo of the Panama Pacific Exposition. Even in ruins, it remained achingly beautiful, proof that art can outlast time itself. Designed in 1902 by John H. Duncan, the Knox Building in New York City stands as a refined example of Beaux-Arts elegance. Its 10 stories of sculpted limestone and classical detail reflect an era when architecture balanced strength with grace, a monument to the city's timeless sophistication. In 1939, Portland's waterfront bustled with life. Rows of old brick buildings, neon signs, and the hum of a city on the verge of change. Within years, it would all be gone, cleared for Harbor Drive. These photos capture the final quiet moments of a Portland that progress would soon erase forever. Held in 1893, the world's Columbian Exposition transformed Chicago into a city of dreams. Gleaming white palaces, electric lights, and grand lagoons celebrated 400 years since Columbus's voyage. It was a showcase of progress and wonder, a fleeting utopia that defined America's vision of the future. Chicago's Art Deco skyscrapers rise like frozen music. Bold lines, gilded details, and geometric precision capturing the optimism of the early 20th century. Each tower tells a story of ambition and artistry, when architecture became a symbol of modern power, reaching fearlessly toward the sky. In this colorized glimpse from 1905, the Karlsruhe Palace Orangerie in Hesse, Germany, radiates royal elegance. Its golden facade, arched windows, and manicured gardens reflect the grandeur of Europe's Baroque age, a time when architecture sought not just to shelter life, but to celebrate it. Completed in 1881, the Portland was Washington, D.C.'s first luxury apartment building, a masterpiece of Victorian design and urban ambition. With ornate balconies and grand interiors, it defined elegance for a new capital elite. Demolished in 1962, its spirit lingers as a lost symbol of the city's gilded beginnings. Photographed in 1894, the Cathedral of Christ the Savior near Kharkov stood as a jewel of the Russian Empire, its golden domes and white walls gleaming against the sky. Destroyed during World War II, it remains a poignant memory of faith, artistry, and a grandeur forever lost to history's storms. The Kaiserpalast in Dresden once dominated Pirnaischer Platz with its grand neo-Baroque splendor. Rising 5 stories high, it symbolized the elegance and confidence of pre-war Europe. Though lost to the bombings of World War II, its memory endures, a reminder of the city's former majesty and the fragility of beauty in time. Built in 1886, the Sibley Breaker in Pennsylvania was a towering monument to America's coal age, a wooden giant where men and machines fed the nation's growth. When fire consumed it in 1906, it marked the end of an era, leaving behind only smoke, ash, and the memory of industrial might. In the early 20th century, Chicago roared with energy, a city reborn from fire into steel and ambition. Streetcars clattered, skyscrapers soared, and smoke curled above a skyline inventing modern America. It was an age of grit and glory, when every brick and beam told a story of unstoppable progress. The Leland Stanford Mansion in Sacramento stands as a gleaming relic of California's Gilded Age. Once home to railroad magnate and Governor Leland Stanford, its grand halls and ornate details reflect an era of ambition and elegance, now preserved as a timeless testament to the state's storied past.